Hi there guys, good morning from Dhaka, Bangladesh. Intending to do two videos today. One is going to be a list, which I'm not doing for some time. So I got requests like, get back to the list, bro. Those are the stuff that get you views. And this is truth. This is like hardcore truth. Top 10 of my most watched videos are all lists, summer list, top complimented, this and that. So we got to do some of that for you people. Okay. If you hate the list, which is understandable, many people do not like this kind of list. It's kind of like annoying, repetitive, so you can skip it, no problem. But I'm doing this for many other brothers who are in the game for the fun of it, for the sake of fun, all that. So hopefully you're doing good. And I'm going to be putting since this is summer, and basically in summer I'm actually staying away from my heavier, darker, sweeter perfumes. I'm staying mostly with my freshies. Some of them are sweet, but they can be pulled off in summer. So remember one thing before I start, these 15 fragrances are not all of them are guaranteed to get you compliments. Okay. Disclaimer. Why? Because whatever works with me, people around me are not the same people around you. Okay. You don't have the same chemistry with these fragrances that I have with these. And lastly, compliments are very subjective. Where you live, surrounded by what, your country, culture. For example, our culture, people don't get you compliments. Okay, they don't give you compliments. Strangers don't stop you in Bangladesh and ask you what you're wearing, man, you smell nice. And that guy would be suspecting, like he'll be putting his hand on the wallet or the laptop. Like what is his intention? So people don't like strangers approaching them. So basically I got these fragrances which are basically I got mostly like positive remarks from my friends, from my GF family, close people to me who know me, my fragrance brothers and stuff like that, community people, and those who are into fragrances. Okay, so some of them are new ones. I think those are potential compliment pullers. Okay, so let's go one by one. Let me go one honorable mention, then you go top list. So this one basically was in my top list, but I removed it a little bit because this one can be like a little bit unique, not for everybody. So I'm still gonna show it. Cartier Declaration D'un Soir. Okay, this fragrance right here is one of the masterpieces from Cartier. It's a flanker to the Declaration, but that's a very different fragrance, spicy, woody, kind of like a masculine fragrance. This one right here, it's rose, sandalwood, and kind of like a pink pepper sort of thing going on. This fragrance, you can pull it off in summer, but the opening is the most beautiful part of this fragrance, the rose. This is one of the most majestic rose ever. Okay, I love this over, let's say, Lyric Man. I don't like that much. This one is very masculine. This fragrance always, the opening hour, it's a compliment beast. But after the shower, if you apply, that's great. But the dry down, it's kind of sandalwoody. If you do not like sandalwood, you may not like the dry down. Okay, that's the only reason this didn't make the list, but this is one of my most favorite signature scents. Okay, Declaration D'un Soir by Cartier. I'll write down the names, no worries. So let's go one by one. I have some designers and then I have some middle budget, and some of them are a little bit more expensive, and then we have some few niche. So first fragrance I'm going to show you is this one, the Invictus, Pakura Invictus, the trophy. This one right here, the original Invictus. I can show you the Invictus Aqua, but when I wear Aqua, it's kind of like a blend, the new version. The older version I have, but it's not available in market, so I'm not showing you. So original Invictus, it got the sweetness, it got some aquatic, kind of got this salty vibe, it has a bay leaf note. It smells really good. Smells like 10 other guys out there. But it always works. It always works because this DNA, it's very well known. There's never a bad time to smell like Invictus. It's a compliment puller, very long lasting, fruity, got the bay leaf, and kind of like you can say aquatic version of 1 million. Okay, this one, if you have a big bottle like 150 or 200 ml, it will serve you really well. Go heavy on the trigger on the summer's day on the shirt. Last projects, and people notice it, and people seem to like this a lot in Bangladesh. Okay, this is one of our top sellers in Bangladesh, Invictus by Paco Rabanne. Number 2, let me show you a big bottle of Versace Dylan Blue. I have one more similar to this upcoming. Few of them are kind of similar to this ballpark, but this is summer. So summer list, I have to show you the summer perfumes. But great thing about Dylan Blue is such an underrated gem, in my humble opinion. At first, I did not like it when I bought it. For me, this was like another blue fragrance, got the Amrox and Bomb. But slowly, when I started wearing it, whenever I go out, like warm weather, winter, this fragrance has substance. This one doesn't go away very quickly, doesn't fade away. Really good performance, and it's not really a clone of Sauvage or anything, but it's a fragrance of its own. Really nice, beautiful fragrance. It's a compliment puller in summer, also can be used in winter. One fragrance to do everything. This is one awesome fragrance for Versace, from Versace, called Dylan Blue. Third one, let me show you. I have this whole line almost, and I actually think all of them are fantastic for summer. One or two can be used in winter, but this fragrance are so easy to use. You'll see one bottle, it's right there behind me. And that one is the Acqua new one EDP. But today I'm going to show you Profondo. I know many people like this. You know, why do I buy this? Like, if you ask me, I finished my previous bottle. I never intended to buy this one or Absolute because they're nice, but I have many other blue fragrances. I have a page which I do since 2017. I have a Decant page. That sort of page, it helps me in my channel, my journey, but at the same time, it's an indicator what people like or demand. I got many requests for this perfume, you know, the whole line. ADG, Profumo, Profondo, Absolute, Original, they're all like really big in summer. So this is very youthful, easy to pull off, blue, simple, long-lasting perfume, Profondo by Acqua line from Giorgio Armani. Next one is that fragrance I was talking about when I was talking about Dylan Blue. I find them very similar in many ways, but different in many ways too. This is Bulgari, Aqva Amara. The whole line, if you buy the Atlantic, this one or the Marine, all three beast mode. Projects, lasts, you know, like longevity is really, really good. Special thing about Amara still can be had for under $100. Wait for 1 to 2 years. This one will be $150. Okay, trust me. But that's not the reason why this is here. This is really nice, earthy orange with that oceanic aquatic tone. One of the most unique fragrances till date. Until now, I wish they made 150 ml. I never seen one. I saw a smaller bottle and this one. So this was a limited time release, I believe, and I really like this. Amara is a must-have if you live in a hot and humid country. That one is definitely a compliment puller. I got compliments noticed from it. People do say stuff like, "I never smell anything like it before. What you're wearing?" You know. So it's not in a bad way. It's kind of like attention grabber. Next one is the king, or the, I would say, the emperor of compliments. At least one of them. This is called Dior Sauvage. I have gone through, I lost track, 5-6 bottles, small one, big one. I have a plan to do. I have older 2000, I think the 16 batch or 15 batch, the vintage, you know, I have it somewhere. I will compare that with this new formulation. But Dior Sauvage still date, even after reformulation, whatnot. This fragrance definitely, it's easy. You know, this one fragrance everybody buys. Those who are not fragrance snobs or niche snobs, they know Dylan Blue, Dior Sauvage, these are like, you just spray nicely all over you, go out. People will just like, you know, like normal people, they will definitely ask you, how come you smell so nice today? You smell fresh, you smell like, you know, that fragrance I want. But when they hear the price tag, some of them will be like, oh, that's expensive. To most people, this is. But if you can save up the money, this one fragrance will do all the purpose for you. Beautiful, versatile perfume, Dior Sauvage. The EDT is the best version, in my humble opinion, all aspects, you know. Versatility, longevity, value, and, you know, like compliment factors. This one has it all. Dior Sauvage EDT. 5 gone. Let's do one more Dior. This is one of my personal favorite suggestion to you, okay? Not everybody will tell you Dior's Fahrenheit is a compliment puller. I dare say it because I have been there, you know. I have been using Fahrenheit since 2015, I think, yeah. When I got 2015, I had a 2014 or 15 batch, but that was not really a vintage, okay. This one, it's I think 2012, or I forgot the batch, 2012, I think, the vintage, very old batch. This one, it's a lot more amped up with that Fahrenheit's petroleum DNA, you know, like petroleum smell. Man, this fragrance, that whenever you smell the opening of it, you have to admit this is one of those great fragrances, Hall of Famer. If you put Kuros, YSL Opium for men, or some of the other great fragrances, Acqua, this one would be in the Hall of Famer. Very long lasting. Trust me, that leather, do not be worried about that. The florals and some of the violet leaves, and this one has some other notes, you know. This makes it very, very appealing and most unique experience. It can be used all year round also. Dior's Fahrenheit. After that, let's talk about the king of kings. Versace's signature of Sachipuram. You know, I am so happy I have a bottle again. I don't think I'll ever run out of this fragrance. I'll always keep buying the 200 ml because they are so fun to overspray. If you have a small bottle, you will always feel like, oh, it hurts, you know, like, I know I have to overspray like 16 times, but you know, my bottle is finishing so fast. 200 ml, no such issue. You can go trigger happy, head to toe. And this one, no matter how much you spray, this never feels too much. That's the best thing. First 1.5 hours, this fragrance is a compliment beast. This is why I'm showing you instead of Chanel Allurum's Port. This is more affordable version. Not as much longevity from this one compared to Chanel is like 3 times more price than this. So this one, basically in the summer's time. This one has this light aquatic vibe. I prefer this actually over Missoni, which I also have, Missoni's Wave. That one is a brand new one, but for some reason this one for me is a king. This one is a staple in every man's wardrobe, just nice aquatic, nice citrus, florals, once again, masculinity, clean. This is what women desire. This is a compliment garner from women. Trust me on this one. This is a hidden gem if you never tried it. Versace is a must-have. After that, let's talk about the safest one out there, Prada Long. This is the safest fragrance in this whole list, I would say. The rest of them, they're all good. But the next one perhaps also is safe. A couple of them are safe, but Prada Long is the most, this guy can be described as the most faithful person that you can trust among your friends. Let's say you have 15 friends. This one guy you trust with your kids or your house or your secrets. This fragrance, it smells like very friendly one, such a gentleman, iris, a little bit moist, soft, but long lasting too. Smells like fresh laundry, soapy at times. Beautiful perfume. You have to try this one time if you never had it. Prada Long is one of those compliment pullers. Like you get that compliments like you smell like a gentleman, even though you're not. After that, my favorite signature scent, Polo Blue. I recently had to get a backup bottle because my old bottle was finishing. Polo Blue, I'll tell you, perhaps the newer generation are not familiar with it. Our university time, college time, when the sun was intense, if we put this on, it smells so good in high heat. Hardly any fragrance, they go nice. Like let's say I wanted to put Cool Water Intense in this list, but that goes kind of sour on me, like too sweet, too sandalwoody, sort of like something strong in there. But in high heat, you need something that cools you down, and also people appreciate the way you smell. Fresh, clean, crisp, classic fragrance. Polo Blue, I just love this. This is my most favorite fragrance from this house. Hands down, Polo Blue EDT. Check out the fragrance in any shopping mall if you have a tester. Polo Blue, definitely a compliment puller. Now, number 10, it's a fragrance a little bit surprising. I wear this fragrance, usually I suggest this for winter because this fragrance is winter friendly. But summer nights, if you go clubbing, if you go out, if you have a family dinner or something, this fragrance, it's like a crazy love for this in our country. And I'm telling you, Versace Eros, the EDT, getting a little bit like expensive nowadays, but still worth the money. Man, this opening, the green apple, like it has a kind of like a mint, tonka bean, vanilla, that sort of combo. It's not really all the way fresh. It's more sweet than fresh, but in the opening, you feel that citrusy, limey, minty, that opening is so lovely. And you can wear this in the summer's time. If you live in the AC zone, in the office time, you can also wear it. People know this DNA. It's like they know this fragrance is Eros. It's a god of love, right? So I would say you can try Eros, but nighttime, evening time, this is really good. If you go out, Versace Eros. So now let me show you the last 5, which are some of the niche ones that I picked, and they're a little bit more pricey. And most time, I'll tell you a funny thing. Most of my niche fragrances do not give me compliments, but these ones, I think they have high potential. Especially the last 2. The last one, especially, I think is very, very. Number 1 is going to be very interesting. Number 11. Let me show you a king from summer. Nishane Wulong Cha. Very simple perfume. Some people say it's overpriced for what it is. I'll tell you one thing. It depends what you're looking for. What's your criteria? Nishane Wulong Cha, hands down of my top 5. I can tell you from top of my head, Nishane is Sultan Vetiver number 1. Number 2 would be Ani. Number 3 would be perhaps this. Number 4 perhaps would be Hachivat. The list goes on. I have few more. I love Nishanes, but this one, Wulong Cha, man, simple tea note with that hint of citrus, okay? Lasts all day, 8 hours easy. And when you smell that dry down even on people, it smells nice. That is the best thing about Nishane Wulong Cha. Longevity beast, compliment beast, okay? But if you do not like tea, perhaps you won't like it. But it a little bit smells sometimes like unisex. That is fine with me, okay? So Nishane Wulong Cha. After that, we go a beast. Okay, this is Oud Lemon Mint or Oud Lemon Mint by Mancera. Do not worry about these caps. Okay, you'll be like, magnetic top, bro, you just lost the bet. Nope. This fragrance still is beautiful, long lasting. Only thing difference between the old one, this one is less aggressive. Like it's less loud, which makes it wearable, lot more citrus, fine balance between sweetness and citrus. It's got the mint. It's playful mint, but in the summer's time, let's say I want to do some work, for 1 hour. I go out there and then it's really hot. Nothing's going to last. This fragrance, it holds on, you know, like the oil concentration very, very high. Mancera's Oud Lemon Mint, one of the most complimented Mancera's for me, alongside Sidrat Boise, but I'm showing you this one today. After that, a fragrance, you know, I'll tell you it's worth the money. Some people tell you it doesn't last, whatever. This is such a simple perfume, but it's such an elegant, classy summer gem. Okay, this fragrance is called Bal d'Afrique. Okay, it's a fruit basket, and I have only one from this house. I reviewed quite a few. You know, the first day I smelled this, I fell in love with it. I needed to have this in my life, and I say this is one of my dream come true fragrances because I'll enjoy it so much. If you find it too expensive, it's okay. You don't have to buy this, but at least try getting a sample. You may fall in love with this. This one actually is compliment garner kind of perfume. You know, if you're in a car, if your AC is on, summers they go out, you have this on. If you have people in the car, they might ask you what you're wearing because you smell really nice. This one, I think, in terms of scent profile, more interesting than Aventus. Okay, Bal d'Afrique by not Nishane, Byredo. So 2 left. These 2 are the biggest, in my humble opinion. These 2 can beat the rest of them in terms of total compliments. Okay, now number 1 is a potential candidate, and I'm thinking this is going to be my most complimented summer fragrance, but number 2 is already proven. This basically gets the same amount, or I cannot count the amounts, but it gets noticed because it's such a long-lasting perfume. This is Jeremy's Office for Men. Okay, it's obvious. It's so popular for a reason. You get value for your money. This smells like a lot of perfumes out there, but actually cannot be said this is a perfect clone or identical clone to something else. Okay, so this is like combination of a lot of this popular DNA, but smells so good, fruity, fresh. You know, like you get different things at different times, but such a long-lasting fragrance. That's what gets you the compliments. You can go 3-4 sprays, covers the whole day. Jeremy's Office for Men, fragrance 1. So number 1. First time when I wore it, I was a little bit disappointed for a reason that this one didn't seem like the other ones from this house, which are really beast mode. This fragrance feel like subpar with the designer, high-end designers, solid longevity, 5 to 6 hours. But after that, I felt it was not that strong. But recent times, I've been telling my friends to put this on them, and I actually follow them. You know what the central is. Trust me, this fragrance is a beast. You know, projection, longevity wise, very solid. But the smell, this is the best summer fragrance at this current moment in my collection. Big statement. This is Greenlee by Parfums de Marly. I recently got it hearing the shampoo accord, you know, like the green apple shampoo, candid vibe, citrus, very simple. Some people say it smells like you know, 24 Gold Scent Stories, the blue one, and also Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue, Versace Menu Fresh. When you smell this, you know they don't know what they're talking about. There are certain, definitely vibes of those perfumes, but this is so much upper grade fragrance than those. Sedley is good. This is better. This is why I'm gonna suggest this. If you want compliments, if your money can afford it, buy this. This is one of the best perfumes for summer. Greenlee, such a beautiful green apple accord. Citrus is green apple. It's just carries through, nothing complicated. Very simple, musky, dry down, sweet, fruity, unisex, summer gem. Number 1, Greenlee by Parfums de Marly. So that's that. That's the list. Thank you very much for watching. I have one more review. Which one? It's gonna be individual review. Please do check it out and let me know your opinion. Have a nice day. Take care. I'll see you soon. Bye bye.